Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to your online class. I hope all of you have done your exam very well. Okay. Now, today we are going to start your third term portion from the chapter light. Okay. What is light? Already all of you have studied about some basic concept about the light in previous class, no? Light. How can you understand about the light? Suppose when you enter in a dark room. In a dark room. So every object that are present in the room are invisible. You can't see. You can't see. But when you switch on the bulb, suddenly what you will observe? What? Easily you can see all the objects that are present in the room. Means all the objects become visible. How? Because there is a energy, a invisible energy which help us to see the objects around us or inside the room. Clear? So, light, we can say that it is an invisible energy. We can't see. It is not visible. It is an invisible energy. Like when we switch on the bulb, bulbs produce an invisible form of energy that help us to see the objects inside the room. Okay? Clear? How it is possible to see the objects by us? How? When the light ray coming from the source. Suppose when we switch on the bulb, this invisible energy falls on the objects and bounce off and enters through our eyes and make an image of that object to the retina of your eyes. This is the structure of eye. Okay, the light ray insert through the eye, it will make an image to the retina of your eyes. Okay, and this particular information sent by some cells, nerves, to the mind. Then mind means our brain. Tells about the object, nature of the object, what is present in that room. Clear? जब भी हम किसी चीज को देखते हैं, कैसे देख पाते हैं? When the light falls on that object, it bounces off, means reflect, and enters through our eyes. हमारी आंखों से वो enter करती है. Then it will form an image of that object to the retina of our eye. Okay, and this particular information is sent by some cells. Okay, clear? To the brain or mind. Then brain will decide that what is the characteristics or nature of the object. So finally we can say that light is what? It is an invisible form of energy. It is also energy. It is an energy which help us the sensation of sightening. Means from this energy, this invisible energy, we can see each and every object around us. Clear, students? So that's why when we will enter in a dark room or in dark places in night, okay, in presence of light, means this type of energy, we can't see any objects around us. And finally, it causes some accidents. Okay, some mishappening. Okay, clear? So we can say that light is a energy, invisible energy, which help us to the sensation of sight. Clear? Sources of light. How light produces with different source. Okay? So there are different sources present in the nature. Some are luminous, some are non-luminous objects which produce the light energy. Which produces the light energy. Those bodies are sources which produce the light energy through themselves. Those sources or bodies are called luminous bodies, like fireflies, glowworm, okay, sun, stars. These are the luminous bodies. But light, like this electric bulb, in addition to growing electric bulb, okay, fluorescent, a glowing fluorescent tube, kerosene iron lamp, petromax lamp, these are the source of light. But these are what? You can say that examples of luminous bodies. Fireflies, fireflies, glowworm, these are the examples of luminous bodies. And non-luminous bodies, those bodies which do not emit their light energy their own, but reflect the light energy falling on them and hence become visible, or called non-luminous object or bodies. Like all the planets and moon are non-luminous bodies. Planets and moon are non-luminous bodies. Okay, students? Means those bodies which do not produce their own light, like moon, all the planets. Okay, these bodies are called non-luminous bodies. One more thing here I have written. What? Bioluminescence. The process of emitting or giving out the light energy from the living bodies. That is called bioluminescence. It means the emitting of light energy by glowworm, fireflies. Okay? It is called this process of emission of light energy, giving out of light energy. That is called bioluminescences. Clear, students? So there are two types of sources which produce the light energy. This is the individual form of energy. What? Luminous bodies and non-luminous bodies. Those bodies which produce the light energy through themselves own. Okay? And those bodies which do not produce the light energy or emit the light energy by own. They produce with the help of other. Means when the light ray falls on them, they will reflect their light. Okay? Energy. So those bodies are called non-luminous bodies, like moon, planets. Okay? Clear? Now, speed. Because it's energy, na? Like sound energy, okay, heat energy, they also travel from one point to another point. Same as the biggest source of the light energy, what? In the whole universe, that is the sun. So from the sun we will absorb the light energy. Okay, we will absorb the light energy. We will get the light energy in the form of vitamin D. So how this energy will travel from sun to the earth, or by which speed this energy will travel? So speed of light energy is what? 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. It means in 1 second the light energy will travel how much distance? 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter. 10 to the power 8 meter. 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter. It means you can write this 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Okay, ones, tens, hundred, thousand, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crore. 30 crore meter. 30 crore meter in 1 second. This is speed of light. Speed of light. Okay, students, clear? So, light, clear? It is the invisible form of energy which help us for sensation of sight. Without light energy, we can't see each and every object in our surroundings. Okay, students? So, types of the source of light, those bodies which produce the light energy. Which produce the light energy, that is called sources of light. So, source of light, type of source of light, bioluminescences. Okay, what is light? Speed of light. Clear these topics? One short video clip will be given to you in this video in the last. Okay, go through the video clip and this video, watch carefully, try to understand the topic light, basic concept of light, go through the book, any doubt you can ask in next class, friends. Thank you, have a nice day.
How do we humans perceive the things around us? We have 5 senses that help us to interact with the world around us. These are sight, hearing, taste, smell and touch. Eyes help us to see things, ears help us to hear sounds, we smell with our nose, taste with our tongue, and the sense of touch is provided by our skin. Of course, all senses are important, but the sense of sight is the most important. Here is an interesting fact. We perceive almost 80% of the world around us by using our sense of sight. We see objects around us with our eyes. But then why don't our eyes see these objects in the dark? The answer to this question is light. We are able to see the objects around us because of the light coming from these objects. The light from these objects travels in space and reaches our eyes. When it's dark or during night time, as there is no light, we are unable to see these objects clearly. Some objects can generate their own light. For instance, the sun, the fluorescent bulbs, burning candles can generate their own light. The objects which generate their own light are called the luminous objects. Almost all of the objects that we come across cannot generate their own light. The table, a chair, wall, paper are few of such examples. Such objects are called as non-luminous objects. But I just told you that we see objects around us because of the light coming from them. And if objects like these cannot generate light, then how come we are able to see them? We are able to see them because of the reflection of light. These objects reflect the light to our eyes. What light are they reflecting? Where is the light coming from? This light is nothing but the light coming from the luminous objects. So how can we summarize this? We are able to see non-luminous objects because they reflect the light of the luminous objects falling on these surfaces. Let me repeat. The light coming from the luminous objects falls on the non-luminous objects. Non-luminous objects then reflect this light, and this reflected light travels towards our eyes. And that's why we see the objects. In the daytime, we are able to see blue skies, the white clouds and the green grass because the light from the sun is getting reflected by them and traveling towards our eyes. At night, we are able to see the moon because it is reflecting the light from the sun. Note that moon is non-luminous and it cannot generate its own light. As I said earlier, most of the objects that we come across in our daily life are non-luminous. We only see them because they reflect the light. Step inside a dark room, light up a torch and point it at the distant wall. Look carefully at the path of the light coming from the torch. You will see tiny dust particles in the air. What is the reason for this? Why are you able to see these particles? You are able to see the dust particles because the light from the torch is getting reflected from their surfaces and traveling towards our eyes. We also see the same thing in a very dimly lit room where the only source of light is a small amount of sunlight coming from the window. In this video, we saw that the reflection of light plays an important role. It's because of the reflection of light that we are able to see most of the objects. In the next video, we will talk about the laws of reflection of light.